Welcome back everyone, Phoenix 3 here, and I have to put my Ho-Oh EX deck back into the garage, simply because this new deck, Darkrai EX, Giratina EX, and Garbodor, has kind of picked up in popularity, and Garbodor has been reprinted, the one with Garbotoxin, which turns off all abilities, and you know the ability that I use in this deck is Gold Duck Break to transfer my energies around to be able to max potion, heal my Ho-Oh, and keep attacking. Now, an option I do have against the deck is to play Hex Maniac, but that defeats the purpose because it turns off my abilities too, which means I can't heal the way that I want to. So I have to go back and rebuild this deck. Now, some things that I do want to do is I want to put my dive ball back at 4. Just being able to have these is really good. Also, I do want to put my Ultra Ball back in, and I'm just going to click 3 of them, I guess. So that's going to put me back up to 64 cards. And this is only going to be because I want to be able to hit my Pokemon when I want to. I am still going to keep Pokemon Fan Club in to see what I can get with that and go from there. I'm probably going to take out Experience Share. Now the card does work for me, and it does get me my energy back when Pokemon gets knocked out. But because Garbodor is making a return, I think everyone is going to be playing with Starling Megaphone, which is going to be a problem for this card here because I lose it. I can run Tool Retriever, but I basically have to run a bunch of extra cards that's not going to really help against that particular matchup or any other matchup. So I think I'm going to want to go without these, which sucks because I really need to be able to keep my cards in play. So we're going to take these out. And I want to put my megaphones in. And how many do we play? I would want to say 1 or 2. I'm going to just throw 3 in. Simply because I want to turn Garbodor off. I want to have my Starling megaphones the turn I need them. Maybe I could play 2 and just keep my Skylas. That's also an option. I'm probably going to take my stadiums out because like this deck list is already extremely tight. So I need to be able to find out how to do things. The fire energy, I'm still debating on if I want in or not. I kind of like having that one because I can have the Ho-Oh on the bench and be passively healing it. So that way I don't have to play a max potion if I don't need to. We said we didn't need 4 of those, just 3 would have been fine. I could probably get away with like 4 dive balls or 2 ultra balls. Because I mean, everything in the deck is a water Pokemon, with the exception of Lugia and Ho-Oh that I can search with alternative means. 3 startling megaphones. We're going to keep our Fighting Fury belts. How many of these do I have? I have 4. I'm not sure why these here are on separate like cards. Oh, these are reverse. I didn't even know I had these reverse foiled. Well, that's good to know. I can't trade them. They're locked to my account, so I kind of lose out there. Having more of these can be useful simply because everybody's going to be playing megaphones. I probably don't even need 3 of them. Like that's probably overkill. But I want to be able to keep my stuff. I've been debating putting Super Rod up to 2, just so I could simply recover my birds when I need them. Pokemon Fan Club, I could probably take out. 11 supporters, 3 in, 2 Professor Birch. I'm not even sure what I want to do with Birch. Alright, so I gotta take out 2 cards. Um, What do we want to do? Our Pokemon line is pretty much what it is. I have to have these. Our trainer line, we plus the one to dive ball. We added in 2 Ultra Balls. Pokemon Fan Club. We could probably get away with 1, but I mean, if you're just gonna run 1, why run any at all? That's kind of the way I see it. Now, I don't like Ultra Ball 'cause I don't like having to discard cards from my hand because sometimes that discard is like really, really hard on the deck itself simply because everything I need to be able to keep, but I do have things that are cluttered, and it lets me use Octillery a little bit better, so I kind of want to keep it in. So we're going to take out 1 Pokemon Fan Club, hope that doesn't bite us in the butt, and wow, what do we do here? I guess we could just take out 1 Starling Megaphone, and if we need to put another one in, excuse me, then we can simply, put the other one in. But I guess let's just play it. I didn't really expect that to be as quick as it was. I was kind of just expecting to just have that be this entire video, but like I said, Darkrai, Giratina, and Garbodor has been picking up in popularity, and I lose my abilities, and I don't want to lose my abilities. Apparently, we have the advantage since my opponent's Water, Grass, and Psychic deck. No idea what he's playing. But we go second, so we get to see what our opponent is playing. Hopefully, Lugia EX isn't prized because we might need it. This hand is interesting. But we have a mulligan, but it doesn't matter because we're going second. Our opponent can end us. It's Vespiquen. Vespiquen Vileplume. Like, I really don't like going against lock decks. And Vespiquen Vileplume is one of those decks that simply can draw through its entire deck the first turn and then, pass. So, I mean, we're just going to sit here and watch our opponent play solitaire. That's what's going to happen here. And we're going to get trainer locked before we even had a turn. That's going to be fun. But sometimes Heck Maniac isn't ever that bad, so. There's 1 Vileplume down, 1 Gloom. I'm sure my opponent has the cards. That's essentially +3 right there with the unknowns. There's a Combi. Farewell Letter for 1. Farewell Letter for 2. Maybe not right now, but it's going to happen. So as you see, this deck just draws through everything it has. Draw support in Pokemon is never a bad thing. Alright, so we play 1 card and we end our turn. See how fun that was? Oh my god. I think we just forfeit and look for another game. I mean, this hand was bad. So you're gonna grab like a Shaman. I'm like expecting a Shaman. Nope, there's the Vespiquen. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and concede the game. I mean, our opponent has seen like everything in his deck, so there's no reason for us to continue. But the thing about this deck here is like it wants to play a slow game, but the format is just so not for slow games. So I have to play something that's fast. This is Night March, obviously. And I really don't like playing fast decks. Like I like to play slow decks. You know, slow decks they're fun to me. I like to set up. I like to outplay my opponent. Yeah, but the game does not reward that kind of play style right now. So I kind of get left in the dust, if you will. I don't know. Maybe the game will go back to like a slower game, but I mean, it doesn't really look like it's going to. Um, I guess. I mean, I really don't want to play against Night March. I haven't seen a Night March with roller skates in a long time, or Acrobite. I mean, it's not a bad card. It can get Night Marches in the discard pile, like it has decent synergy with the deck. That's probably gonna get Ultra Balled, yeah. And that's probably gonna grab a Shaman. Another Lampet. What's he doing? An Ultra Ball again, or just straight up Juniper or Sycamore? I'm gonna stop saying Juniper. Like I really want it to be Juniper. Like every single time, I just want it to be Juniper. So he's got all four of his Lampets in the discard pile, and he didn't even play a Battle Compressor yet. That's impressive. There's the Battle Compressor. Yeah, I'm kind of running out of like things to say. Like I'm just I want to narrate a game, but it's really hard to do that because my opponent is like my opponents are on autopilot right now. It's either you play Night March or you play something that beats Night March, and then that's literally what the format is right now. So he's gonna play that and a double colorless synergy on the Pumpkaboo, and he's gonna hit me for like 140 damage. I got a water energy. I have to play that max potion. I like gotta try to do something here. I really don't want to lose energy. I mean, it hurts to have to do that. Maybe I Lysander up the Joltik. I don't know. You know what? I'm just gonna Lysander out the Joltik. I mean, that's not what you do, but it's not like I have a choice. I mean, we're gonna lose a ho. That's unavoidable. Now, it depends on how many of these things do we lose. If we can get to a point to where he can't like attack us, then that'll be great. But he just puts on. Oh my God, that just happened. Anytime I get a free turn against Night March, I like lose my mind because now all that's going to happen is I can possibly have a legitimate like attacking right now. and that's going to take away my opponent's options. I was going to say, because now what happens is if I get go to brick, I win. Because I Lysander out this, and I hurt him. So that's going to go there. This is going to go here. I am going to Abyssal Hand and hope that I get it, or wait to get it. If we do, we win. We win. All right, so let's see. We do Ultra Ball. We discard the Starling Megaphone and the Max Elixir. We grab Golduck Break. We Lysander out the Pumpkaboo, and we win. I'm just going to do the Hyper Transfer first because I want the satisfaction of making him watch this. So now Lysander out his Pumpkaboo, his heart just sinks. This is game because we knock out both these Pokemon. Well, we clutched that out. I wasn't expecting to win that. It's always a good day to beat Night March. Like, it's always fun when that happens. But like, the only way I can beat Night March is if the Night March player just doesn't draw well, like at all. And I generally don't like that as a strategy in the game, to where you have to hope your opponent doesn't draw anything, because like that's really no way to gauge your skill in the game. It's just, oh well, my opponent didn't draw well, and that's it. I don't like winning that way. I mean, sure, people want to win that way, but I don't like winning that way. I want to sit down and play the game. I want to play my opponent at their best. And they go, I'm picking tails next time. So, I mean, my opponent's not playing Trevenant. Oh man, if I would have went first with this hand, Lugia would have put on so much pressure. Like the amount of pressure Lugia puts on with you going first is unbelievable. Because now they have to think about where they put their attachments. And I have a Starling Megaphone, so I can protect myself. Uh, like, you ever play a deck that's super cringe-worthy? This is that deck. So the Starling Megaphone is going to make him lose a turn. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to Starling Megaphone. And this here is a deck that I really wish I have my experience shares against. So we're going to put this here. We're going to play that. I think we're just going to grab a bunch of balls and go from there. So this is going to grab our Remoraid, and we're going to Skyla for another ball, just so we have it for next turn, and we can keep our options open. If my opponent ends us, then we just get end. But we're basically going to be putting on a lot of pressure with this Lugia. The thing with Mega Alakazam is, as long as it has damage on it, or if it puts like 60 damage on us, it knocks us out in one hit. And that's what I really want to avoid. Oh, I probably should have played the dive ball last turn. That's my mistake. Okay, who do I want in the active spot? I guess Gold up or Side up. My opponent has to put something up. He's probably going to put that Trevenant up, and we're going to lose our ability to... That's my mistake. I should have played the dive ball and grabbed the Remoraid, because now I can't play anything. Oh, I'm so mad at myself right now. If he wants to tree slam us, then he can do that. I mean, I don't want him to. I want to keep my side duck, but I played stupidly. I really don't want that Alakazam to get going. That's like going to be the bane of my existence. Um, I could retreat it back to the bench. I really wish this here was a Ho-Oh right now, because I can knock this out and start working on Alakazam. I mean, I suppose I can hit it. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Put 100 on it. Boy, having Manaphy down would be really good. Lysander. The Rima Raid. That's fine. He's really trying to stall for time here. And so I got a draw supporter. That's good. And we got heads. The first heads we wanted. We should probably attach the energy and retreat. Man, we just got a lot of lag right now. I'm probably going to play a second side up simply because I want to draw a card, and having two gold up breaks isn't necessarily a bad thing. And we're just going to arrow ball here and knock that out. I'm going to take this prize because it's usually a good prize to take. Teammates, that's probably going to be Mega Alakazam right there. The Spirit Link and the Mega Alakazam. Or some combination of those cards if he didn't already have one of them in his hand. Okay, we're not responding right now. So that's going to be 20, 30 on the side duck, and Mega Alakazam for Zen Force, which does 70 damage. So I really have to get a Ho-Oh down. Speak of the Devil. We can potentially do a Wally's like shenanigans. We have a Skyla. We can get something. We put 150 on this guy here. If we do Deep Hurricane, but I really don't want to risk because he only needs either one energy or another stadium. Like that's not really beneficial to me at all. But we do Dive Ball because if we can do something right and like get into a Wally, then that's going to definitely change the game because we keep our Lugia healthy. I'm probably going to have to play another card, though. I really don't want to. But we'll play another Psyduck, I guess, just so we can go for more cards. We can play the Skyla. The Skyla doesn't really do anything for us. Like, it finds us a Golduck break, but we can't do anything with it. We already played our... Did we already play our supporter? No, we didn't play our supporter. But the supporter we do want is Wally. So let's just Abyssal Hand. Hopefully we get it. We didn't get it. So we put 80 on this. We're gonna lose our Lugia. So we might as well hit it, I guess. But we're going to. We could just take Birch. I mean, Birch might be better. Well, it wasn't much better. So this is going to be one of those situations where we need to figure out what to do. If he has AZ, then Wobbuffet can knock us out. And then we lose our ability to play abilities, which isn't going to be good at all. I was about to say, what's the colorless Pokemon in his deck? But of course, we all know it's Shaman. So there's a Trevenant Break, which is super cringe-worthy for me. And he's just going to knock us out with Alakazam. It'll do like a million damage. 280 damage is ridiculous. But we'll just put this up. And we're going to have to try to set up a Ho-Oh here. That's not good. I do not like seeing that. We're going to Abyssal Hand for one, and then I don't like seeing that either. Like, Max Potion's a good card, but sometimes you just get all of them, and you can't do anything with them. I mean, I obviously don't want to waste a Max Potion and just heal damage on, a Side Duck. I don't want to do that. What can we do, though? We can Ultra Ball for something, I suppose. We don't have an energy to play, so that's bad. We play the Ho-Oh. We play the Dive Ball. Actually, I think we just grab another Golduck here. And we Ultra Ball. What don't we want anymore? Pokemon Fan Club can go away, and probably Octillery. And we grab a Golduck Break here. I really want to get a Manaphy down, but I think this is what it's going to have to be, and then we just end our turn and try to knock out this really big Alakazam. It would have been nice to be able to do something last turn, but I think he's just going to, well, I mean, that works too. We have our Lysander in here, right? We do, oh my god, 5 energy in the discard pile. We essentially have one more water energy left, and we don't even know if it's prized. Man, this game here just cannot, like, not give me these. Well, I don't want to put the Ho-Oh down. The end is nice. I would like to see some energy or a way to get some. That's okay, I guess. The Wally I don't need. Would have been nice to have that a while ago. But now I got to figure out a way to get either my last water energy out, because I have 3 in here already. We play 4, and I don't know if one is prized or not. So we just end our turn. Like, we're not gonna be able to do anything about this Silent Fear, which is annoying. All right, we can attack them next turn. If they just want me to play this Ho-Oh, and I'm probably gonna have to do it because, yeah, I guess I just do it. We Wally for nothing, I think. You might as well just wall or Abyssal Hand for 1. Like, I want to draw water energy. I want to attack this turn. And if I can get a better supporter that's not in, then we can do something. But, it's not paying off because now I got to play the Wally. And now I have to play. Yeah, this is just not a good game at all. Like, Trainer Lock is just so stupid. And that's our artillery. So we don't have any more draw support. There's our Super Rod, but we can't even play it. I'm just gonna find another game. Like, that's just it's not fun to play like that. I mean, what do you do? Just draw pass, draw pass, draw pass. I actually want to play the game. Like, I legitimately have an interest in playing the game. I won the coin flip. Would I like to go first? Yes. That hand would have been so good if we would have got anything. Dive ball plus ultra balls. And then we don't get any of that. We play the Lugia, put the Ho down. We're gonna dump both those max elixirs, and then we birch and hope we get something. N would be ideal, I guess. Oh my God, Regice. All right. Well, we have to play these. Okay, we got an energy. That's a good start. Of course, the game is lagging, so I gotta wait for it to respond. And we will play the next one. Hopefully, we hit another energy. Got a water energy, so Ho is fine. We're gonna play this, and if we get an energy, I think we attach to Lugia to kind of put some pressure on. Actually, I think we just attach the energy to Ho and just kind of do shenanigans. But I have no idea what my opponent is playing. Like, if we need to be able to attack him, we can. There's a Manaphy that's 2 prizes. The Articuno can take 2 prizes. There's the Hoopa that can I really want to know what my opponent is playing. Is it like Gyarados, Kyogre, Seismitoad? Okay, well, we definitely got to play all of our trainers now, which isn't that impressive because we aren't a super speedy deck. It's going to take him at least 2 turns or 3 to get it. 2 if he has a double colorless energy, and if he's playing Seismitoad, then he obviously has the double colorless energy. I should probably invest in enhanced hammers, put like 2 or 3 in the deck. Oh, I forgot. Man, if he gives it free retreat, if it has a water energy, we will. We will do that. I think we play the grass energy. I'm not sure because we can still hit a water energy and get like a surprise. So yeah, we're just gonna do that. Maybe we hit a water energy in Manaphy, and then we can move it. Okay, we didn't hit it, so I guess we'll just put that there. And next turn, if things go well, I did click intern, and then we can do some stuff. But I am going to want to try to get out my Golduck because Golduck's going to let me hit the Regice. But I do have Lysander. There's only 1 in the deck, and I have 3 versus Seeker. Maybe I still have 3. Yeah, I still got 3. So my goal here is now going to be trying to do something. So I can definitely pull out a turn 2, it seems. Golduck break. So I think we just grab Manaphy and oh my goodness. Like the game is so laggy right now. So we grab these 2. Next turn we go into Golduck and then we wall in the Golduck break. Like it's so good that we actually have artillery here, like holding our hands a little bit. Okay, so now we don't even have to do that. We can actually grab another Pokemon here. I'm not sure what I take. My other artillery is prized. There's a chance we could get Quaking Punch next turn, so like I don't know what we take. So I'm just going to Arrow Ball, and then next turn we'll Deep Hurricane. Deep Hurricane is going to be really good because then we can just attack the Regice with Golduck Break, and that's what we're going to want to do. So there's the energy there. It's probably going to retreat and Ice Beam us, or he could do that too. So we're attacking with Golduck Break next turn, which is definitely going to be fun. Or if we get a Lysander, we can start removing Pokemon from the board. Probably Manaphy, you try to take out the support if you have a prize you can take. And I have a prize we can take. So we're going to take 70 there. It's not enough to knock us out. He doesn't have any huge damage. Ooh. So we are going to evolve. Our opponent didn't really do anything last turn, so we can definitely go right into a Wally and go right into Golduck Break, and we can start hitting this Regice, which is what we want to do. We can quite possibly get another Pokemon down here. I think we can go into another Ho-Oh. Actually, I don't want to do that simply because we're weak to this deck. So, we hyper transfer actually, and we start attacking with Golduck. 140 damage, so we're going to have to hit him 3 times, which is going to be annoying because of the stadium, but you know, you do what you got to do. We can also pull some shenanigans, lock him in the active spot with artillery, but we need another water energy to do that. So right now he has us locked. We can't hurt him with EX Pokemon. So I think what we're going to do is start working here on another Golduck because Golduck looks like it's going to be irrelevant in this match. So we want to at least have some non-EX attackers ready. Hopefully Golduck gets a better card because then we can really start like defending ourselves. We're going to move all the energy off this Ho-Oh here because this Regice gets a muscle band. He knocks out the Ho-Oh and then we lose 2 energy, and we don't want to lose energy like that. I'm confident in keeping damage here on, or keeping 2 energy on Lugia. It's not any immediate threat to be knocked out, and we still have an Abyssal Hand, so that's good. There's a Lysander, so we can definitely get around this Regice here, but we definitely want to play it a little bit smart. So we just Hydro Splash for 70. It's a 2-hit knockout, but the way things are going to be, he's going to heal 30, so we're definitely not going to be in our 2-hit KO range by 10 damage, so we have to hit him 3 times. So there is that. That's coming out. We're not going to be able to do anything about that. But if we get a bunch of energy in play, we can definitely punish him really hard. But we're going to see what happens. Maybe he can Quaking Punch this turn. If he does that, then that's going to be good for us because we can Deep Hurricane him, hit him for a lot of damage. 150, I think it is. And he loses his stadium, and now he has a Pokemon at the spot with 30 HP. And it's either he trainer locks us or he gives us 2 prizes. So that's the way this looks like it's going to happen. We take 30. We're fine with that. We're going to get a Deep Hurricane here, and we are going to go in on our opponent. So we retreat back into Lugia. And we hyper transfer, but we got to remember to heal the damage first because we definitely don't want to give our opponent anything. Okay, something interesting just came up. He can definitely Grenade Hammer. I forgot all about that attack. Grenade Hammer does 130. Let's do this. It's going to depend on what he wants to do, though. He's either going to have to give us prizes or not. But either way, we don't want to leave all that grass energy in the active spot. I mean, this here isn't any better situation. But at least we keep a grass energy and we lose, you know, technically 1 water, 1 lightning. Ah, man, I don't think I really want to do this anymore. I mean, I was probably better off sending Manaphy up. You know, hindsight is a dangerous thing because now we can't retreat. So we have to either commit to Arrow Ball or Deep Hurricane. So what do we do if we? Okay, let's take a look at some options here. 20, 40, 60, 80 damage we put on him. He heals 50, goes to 50. Yeah, we're not going to do that. We're not going to risk all that energy. Let's put 1 here. We're, we're going to see how he responds to this Lugia. We're just going to do 80 because because we 2-hit knock him out anyway. And if he does Grenade Hammer, we lose a lot of energy. But if he wants to heal and Quaking Punch us again, then he's in knockout range for Ho-Oh. And that's what we want. Because he's got 130, and Ho-Oh does 130. If he attacks energy, then he's definitely going for Grenade Hammer. So he's going for Grenade Hammer. But that's good because we won't be trainer locked. We lose 2 energy. He puts 30 on some of his Pokemon. But we have a knockout now on his Seismitoad, which is what we want. and we can simply respond with a Ho EX because that won't be able to knock us out. We are, however, going to put that Lugia back because Lugia is definitely going to be a relevant attacker here in this matchup. And we're going to try to recover, get some energy back into play. But we definitely are doing a little bit better. I can probably discard the Lysander just so it's in the discard pile. So if we play the Ultra Ball, we have to commit to it. We could probably sacrifice a Max Potion so we can grab our Golduck and then go into the Golduck break. And we're going to end our opponent back down to 4. You know, the game is not responding right now. I mean, we could. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, right? Let's see if we can hit some more cards. Maybe we can play some, then we end our opponent. Well, that happened. Sometimes having all them dive balls, you know, isn't isn't good. So our opponent's gonna go down to 4, and hopefully he can't respond to us the way I would like anyway. And we can kind of hold on. We're going to eat another Resistance Blizzard. If he has a Muscle Band, we lose our Ho and 3 energy. Done. But we're going to knock out the Seismitoad, and we're going to put our 30 on this here. What this is going to let us do is keep all the damage in range of this, so we can keep it in 2-hit knockout range. Lightning energy and a Psyduck, so that's good. We're getting more energy down, which is what we want. We want to have as much energy down as possible because we need to be able to respond to a knockout. So basically all that 30 did was keep him in our range for Hydro Splash. Man, water is a bad weakness to have right now. We have our Lysander in the discard pile, so we can definitely, well, we just lost that option. But we have artillery, so we can get our hand back to at least 5. We have our Max Potion and a Fighting Fury Belt, so that's going to be huge. We're going to play all those cards, and now this here is where we start taking prizes on fodder. We're going to start with that Shaman, though. Actually, we could just take out the Manaphy. That's a much better target, unless he... Alright, so he didn't do what I wanted him to do. So we can essentially play 3 cards on our turn, which is what we want. So, of course, we're going to move the energy. Let's put all this here. We're going to knock out that Manaphy. We want to take away his option to move his Pokemon around freely. And we're going to play both those Versus Seekers this turn. So this here is going to ensure that he can't knock us out. We're going to play a Versus Seeker, grab Lysander. Lysander out the Manaphy. And we're going to Versus Seeker out again for the Lysander and make him have an N. If he doesn't have an N, then he loses. Because we're probably getting Quaking Punch next turn. And I want to have this game secured. I want him to know that we are not messing around right now. So we got that. Where do we put that 30 at, though? Probably back on Regice. Just keep the pressure on it. Knock the Manaphy out and on Regice. 1, 2. So what does he have? How does he respond? If he doesn't move the Shaman, then we win. And he didn't move the Shaman. And I'm not going to waste his time doing anything. I'm probably just going to attach this energy. Lysander out the Shaman. And we win. Oh boy. These Water Week Pokemon, I swear. But that's actually going to be the game. I wanted to kind of retweak the deck a little bit to try to improve our matchup against that deck that we didn't even play against today. So if you guys like this video, then please subscribe to my channel. We're going to always be doing Pokemon related content here. I'm going to try to get back into Pokken Tournament. My feelings for the game have kind of been a little bit iffy lately, but I mean, we're going to try and go back and play some games, do some friendlies. Ranked has pretty much worn out for me. And for this particular video, leave your comments down in the comments section below. Tell me what you like about this deck, things I can change. I want this deck to be as good as it can be, and I would love that feedback. And as always, I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch my videos, and I hope to see you all in the next one.